Welcome back, everybody, and today we're going to be running the lands. So basically we're going to be doing a little bit of running around, um, trying to get things sorted out. We've got some stuff to go looking for, but we've also got some other items that we're kind of in need of. And I must admit, it's going to be interesting to see if we can find any of these items. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. It's nice and sunny here today. I was surprised it was sunny today when I came outside. Because we're supposed to have that storm Dave or whatever hitting us. So, but I think that was probably over the weekend and I just never noticed. It's a good chance. Good chance of that. So I'm just I'm grabbing all the trees that I need to fill the boxes for Graylin. I will be using my grace token today to pay for my lot. That'll be something else I'm doing. And then we will be running up to Caster and then hopefully going on even further to we're going on even further to try and get the next few items for like we're looking for nightshade and stuff like that, so I'm going to be heading up that way. I want to see if I can get up there and see if I can find it, because apparently it's at like one spot up there. So I'll be curious. I'll be very, very curious to see where it is and how easy or how bad it is to find. But we haven't been to that area yet, so I won't know. Hopefully Bet will log in and get his daily grace. Daily grace is important. It's how you can pay for your lot without using money. And I think it's very beneficial. We'll be keeping the heartwood, and then the heartwood will be going back with us to the base. I did fill some of the kilns prior to loading up, so hopefully that will help with some of the glass making that we're going to do and some other items that we're going to try and participate in. So yeah, that's the plan. Welcome in, welcome in. We are exactly one level away from being able to chop level 4 trees right now. And the hardwood that we'll get off of that is going to be really impressive. What I need to think about doing is upgrading some of Ian's kilns and making them the bigger kilns, so that they can do hardwood, so he gets 50 instead of 25 for every thing. But then that means he has to only go after the oak trees, and it reduces what he can go after. Welcome in, Blade Killer. It's lovely to see you. Thank you, Brett, for joining us and for the likes. I very much appreciate it. I hope you're doing well and staying safe out there. Well, I'm always here. I'm kind of reliable that way. Sometimes a little late, depending on my day, but I try not to be late. So, how was your day, Blade? How was your day? Did you have a good day? Oh dear, what's been happening there, Brett? Is it just the protest getting crazy, or is just their general fear levels gone up or something? Every time I see anything about, like, your area on the news, I'm like, oh no. I think about you, I'm like, oh no, I hope he's staying safe, and, you know. It's a little scary. I sometimes have the American news on, because my friend, she lives out in the States. And she lives in like a weird part, and she lives in LA, and yeah, so like I like to check the news every so often just to see how crazy life is over there, because she'll say to me, oh, things are crazy, but she never explains the crazy, you know. But yeah, it's always good to pop in. Thought I would come in and say hello, but I gotta go. Hopefully be back soon. Have a good stream. Alright, Blake Killer, look forward to seeing you again, and thank you so much for following me, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. I know it's late for you, you're probably off to sleep. I hope you have a good sleep, and have a great day tomorrow, and I'll hopefully see you when you're going to bed tomorrow night. This is the what I was wanting to show you guys. It's like we are grinding today. We're doing the wood run for Graylin, and then we have to actually do a run to get Nightshade for Ian, and then we're also going to be going and getting Rosemary from Castor. And the reason that we're getting Rosemary from Castor is because Rosemary is biggest area that you can get it is in between Castor and Shire. So I may as well, if I'm going that far, go all the way up. That is kind of more what I'm thinking at this point. So hard to explain. Well, I would say that was a pretty good explanation there. If you don't mind me saying, I think that was a very good explanation of how you feel things are going. I feel like that about my studies right now. I'm like, what am I learning here? So, yeah. I look forward to the part where they say, hey, you guys can specialize, and I get to pick specialized areas, and then that way I'll pick areas that's of interest to me and might not be as bored as I've been feeling lately. It's hard though with like making sure you're doing the right thing by your course and yourself, so. I do think it's crazy, right? I technically have a bachelor's degree in arts, but I didn't do anything about art. However, literacy now is considered art. Like, well, we don't draw anything, we don't make anything. We write books, but that's not physically creating something. It should have been a bachelor's degree in the creative writing sector, but yeah. The education system's just crazy right now. I don't get it. So this is probably something that you guys who end up running clans or tribes, if you want to call it that, we'll probably end up doing one of these, which is as I said, it's like a resource run that you do to basically stock up on the item that you're selling to somebody else. And currently, because my my husband's not feeling like playing, I'm doing the wood run on my own. So I have a lot of boxes to fill, and then I can go off and have fun doing what I do. So yeah, I think I have to pick up ores, metal ores and stuff like that. I'll need to check the ore boxes to see if we need warp iron or if we're needing any impure iron and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure we do, but I can't be sure. I know that we need the wood boxes filled in the carpentry area for sure, but yeah. This is kind of like part 2 of the replacements and repairs day, because in order for people to come on and have fun, then I have to kind of do all the grunt work, so that people can enjoy, doing the fun stuff. All the fun stuff can only happen if we put the effort in, so, or at least that's what I tell myself when I'm running around doing grunt work. Because this would be classed as grunt work, so. And we all need the money for grace. It's kind of important that we have grace, so. Duke the Daring. Okay, that's an interesting screen name. Welcome. I have a tendency to read out the usernames I find interesting. For instance, we had Tangerine Dreams, and I was like, ooh, okay, Tangerine Dreams. We have, I don't even know how to say that one. If I can say it, I'll say it, but it's like, there's a lot of usernames coming out now that I have no clue how to say. Like, you're coming into a streamer and you're like saying hello and everything, and then you're like, you as the streamer have to reply, and you don't know how to pronounce the username. It's like, what do I call you? How do I call you? Like, what do you want to be called? Because you need something to be able to like make sure they know that you are talking directly to them. And when you get like really odd screen names, it can be kind of hard because you're like, like the comes in. Wow, I'm about to hit 30, level 30 in chopping wood. That's insane. That's insane. Welcome, Trick. Welcome, welcome. I've heard a lot of people talking about Quinton Fall. Can you like give me a little bit more about it, Trick? If you don't mind, like, is there, can you talk a little bit more about it? Because my friend, he plays it, and he's somebody that I kind of respect his opinion on games, because he usually knows games quite well. An MMORPG, now BDO. Okay. And so what makes you feel like it's similar to PAX? What is it about PAX do you think is similar? NW is New World and BOD is Black Desert Online. I haven't tried either of those, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think is one of the upsides is the fact that you can set up your character to do tasks and then you can wander off and do other things, like do dishes or laundry or whatever, and know that your character's like caravanning across the world, so to speak. Is that kind of one of the things that you like, or? I mean, that's literally the only upside I've heard of the game so far, is that you can caravan and you can ride elephants and things like that. Action-based fighting, not tab targeting, has so many life skills. It can auto-run on a path, but no. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. So it's is it a harder fighting pattern than what we have here on Pax Day? You can build a ship to fight the Kraken boss too. Oh, is it space? Is Quentin Fall a space game? No, a sailboat game. Alright. Yeah, if you'd said space, I'd have been out, but sailboats, yeah, I could see myself having a look. I must admit, I did play Skull and Bones for a while, and one of our moderators was really into it. And I thought it was good, but I thought they needed more online, like on land stuff, not just, you know, building your ship up. But also, I think, felt like there needed to be a little bit more to the game than what there was, and I really felt like the lack of land exploration was a big thing of it. Oh, okay, the game's $10. That's a nice price for it. So I got PAX in January, and so I originally played on my friend's server, and I learned the game from them, and now I'm running my own clan in my own server, well, not my own server, but in a different server. We had maintenance today, but the maintenance looks like it's failed. So tell me about Black Desert. What's that? What kind of game is that? And which do you think is better, Black Desert or Quentin Fall? Which one would you have to settle on if you were going to play one of them? Welcome in, everybody. Ah, okay. Okay. And is that why you're iffy on it? Please, anyone else who has an opinion on these games, I'd love to hear it. Okay. Yeah, there's a PvP zone on this one. I'm personally not a fan of PvP. So that would be a mark against it, in my opinion, because I don't like knowing that there's a player waiting there to snipe me or waiting there to jump me or whatever. So like that would be one of my moments, you know? So what would you say is the negatives about Quentin? If you had to say what you thought was bad about Quentin, what would it be? What would be the things that you would want somebody like me to look out for? I'm curious what Trick will say. There we go. The oak tree will give me extra hardwood. Hardwood's good for making sure that we're got hardwood for the big furnace, and then hopefully if I can I know I have the kiln the ability to make the kiln parts, so there's a good chance that I'll be able to get the kiln, one of the kilns upgraded, at least one of them, and with the ability to make boiled leather easier now, I think that'll also help. But we shall see. Let us hit level 30. I'm dying to try out the steel axe. And if it means that I can, if I'm in the Forsaken Forest, I'll get a lot of hardwood because I can cut those trees, and that'll bring a lot more in for me. It just wouldn't help when I have to do sapwood though. Well, I mean, I suppose it would actually. Harlequin, welcome. How are you? Welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'm excited to talk to you and hear all about what you've been up to and what you're looking forward to. let's pick up that, and let's do that and that. Okay. Thy King Viking, welcome in. No, he did not stay. Luke's Escape, welcome in. So yeah, I'm the person doing the run right now for the wood, which is always helpful. The wood is always helpful because it gives us an income for the clan, which we need for getting items, chopping trees and axes and whatnot. We always need stuff. We have a stall where we sell like heartwood, dandelion herb infusions, stone, potions, grapes, limestone, cotton. So yeah. It's a lot grindier than Bellwright though, Thy Viking King. You don't get raided unless you're in the PvP zone. There is two maps. There's the map for normal gameplay or for protected gameplay, that's the one that I'm on. And then there's the PvP map, which is a lot more dangerous, and you really have to dedicate every day to making sure that you're keeping your fire alive inside your shrine. Otherwise, your shrine dies and people can basically evict you from your own base and take your base and do whatever they want with it. So there is two different kinds of map. I wondered if you like the grind part of Bellwright, you like because we've played Bellwright. If you like the grind and you like the kind of long walks to get things and trying to avoid danger and trouble, then this would be up your alley. There is the ghosts is probably closest to the most annoying thing. There's bears that'll attack you, boars that'll attack you. I mean, ghost golems, wolves, all of that you'll find just walking the road sometimes. There's plenty of places that you can teleport to. You can do teleportation. However, it does cost you grace unless it's your home station, and then it doesn't. There's so many aspects to this game that it could feel a bit overwhelming when you take it on, especially if you've been with Bellwright, because Bellwright kind of gives you quests that you need to do, and there is no quests in this. It's very much, here's your starting items, and here's your your area you've picked to start in. Now go off and build your dynasty, build your clan, and you have to have a clan to play this. You can't really play it solo. I mean, I know that there is people that play it solo, but you can't really. It's very difficult. Oh no, anytime. Hey, Thy Viking King, if you're ever looking for help, we always have advice. We always. Oh, thank you so much. You didn't need to do that. Thank you for following me, though. So yeah, if we always have advice, we always have an ear. We can always help. We trade with other clans. Like right now, I'm doing the wood run, but we normally do the wood run as a team. So like, somebody will chop and I'll chop, and we'll get it done far quicker. But today, unfortunately, I'm on my own, so it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. So yeah, no, I mean, just I have a Discord. You can jump in there and ask questions anytime, or you can always use the Pax Dei Discord as well. But I would suggest looking for or trying to recruit your friends into playing it as well, because it's really the only way to play this game. They've made it a very much a clan activity style game. And I think that'll help you too. No, no, no. Look, Lucas escapes. No, no. This is not like. This is a lot tougher than Bell, right? So this is an MMO. This is an online server game. You have the option to play it alone, but with the sheer quantity of gathering and production you need to do to kind of advance even just yourself, I wouldn't suggest doing it solo. I would suggest having a group. There's the economy in the game. There's a secondary map, and the secondary map is where the PvP is. So when you go there, you kind of have to be aware that people are going to try and kill you for experience, and also for your money, well, for your whatever's on your body, essentially. I don't know if they could take your money. However, I would hope not. So yeah, it's very different to Bellwright, but yet I would say in a similar vein to it. I would say the combat's easier. We don't get raided unless you're in PvP zone. If you're in PvP zone and you're not maintaining your shrine's fire, you'll end up being able to be evicted by other players. And other players will take your spot if it's a spot that's easy to get resources, or if they just end up not liking you, or you're not part of a clan, then they do that. And they do take all your stuff. It's just the way it is. But in regards to the non-PvP side, the PvE side here, people are very friendly, very willing to help. My first day in this game, somebody came with 25 storage boxes because you've got a level to be able to kind of use that or play that. And they came with 25 boxes and literally just handed me 25 boxes and said, here you go, and walked away, because they wanted us to stay in the game, because that's the only way to do it. Josie and Jeffrey, this is Pax Dei. I do put it in the title, so so people see it, but sometimes people don't see the title. Yeah, it's Pax Dei. I hope that's helpful, and I hope that's, you know, so yeah, it's called Pax Dei. Do we have any other questions? I don't mind answering them today. I'm in a very kind of let's answer questions kind of day. Thy King, thank you, the King. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, there is PvP. There is PvP. So there's a PvP map. Let me just load up mine. So this is the non-PvP zone. And then if you go through like this gate, or even that gate, you'll go through to the PvP map. And the map will be something like this, but there'll be like fire shrines everywhere. And those fire shrines are, you know, you'll have Petra days, and then your shrines, and you have all this other stuff that you can do. And the PvP map is more dangerous. Raven. People will kill you, even if you're in your skivvies and all you've got is a construction hammer. They'll still take you. It's just the way that the PvP system works over there. That's why I don't like going over to PvP, and I've only unlocked the gate recently. I unlocked this gate here. But it's a fantastic game. The graphics is amazing. You don't have to sleep. And honestly, there is a bit of base building, but you're more building your stuff that you need. So you'll be building kilns, you'll be building cooking platforms and stuff like that, because you're going to need to make your own food. You're going to need to be able to smelt your metal. You're going to have to be able to make things to survive. Everything is a level base in this game, so you can't just pick up the highest tiered chopping axe and go chop a tree. No. You've got to level it. Level to get to it. Everything is about experience and leveling, and that's why I always say try and have a crew or a group of friends that you can do that with, because you won't be able to survive otherwise. It's a very tough environment after level 10 or after 30 days. So you kind of have to keep that in mind when you're setting yourself out in a game like this. Um, I would recommend specializing in one thing and one thing only, and then that way you'll feel more accomplished because you'll be able to get those levels up and you'll be able to forage and get those items. But a lot of things do cross over into other areas, so in order to progress and survive and be able to be a part of the clan and help. So I'm hoping that's helping. I hope that explains it a little better. It is currently, I was $24.99 in pounds on Steam. However, I don't know if it's still like that. I don't know if it's still $24.99. So yeah, I would say, Raymond, do you want to hear the negatives of the game, or are you wanting to find those out yourself? Because some people, they'll like say, yeah, I might check out the game, but because there is some negatives to the game, obviously. Got a meeting, so don't have time, but I'll find out when I play. Thank you, though. Of course, yeah. Let me know. Come back and let me know how you get on. I like to hear how other people experience the game and feel about it. So good luck with your meeting. Hope it goes well, and wish you the most success. And I look forward to seeing you again here soon on the stream. Welcome, Luke and Jamie. Gamer Haven, welcome. Abby, welcome. Pax Dei. I don't mind answering that question usually. It's Pax Dei. It's a very, very grindy survival game. I would say it's the most grindy survival game I've ever played. It's Pax Dei, yeah. And that's the correct spelling, yes. Caleb, it's Pax Dei. It's very fun. It's very grindy though, Caleb. Do you often play grindy games? Like, do you have games that you play that's like that? There is. So there's wolf dens. There's areas where you will fight enemy combatants. Yeah, it's the mother of all grindy games, Forland Crew. I totally agree with you on that. And that's good, Caleb, because you'll need those skills if you come into a game like this. So yeah, they have got dungeons, they have got buildings that you can raid and stuff like that, but you only get things from the people you kill. In the wolf den, once you kill a Luna, you'll get a special token. But otherwise, no, you don't normally. It's called Pax Dei. It's P-A-X, and then it's D-E-I. Pax Dei. And you're more than welcome to come back if you have any questions while you're playing it, or if you're having any issues, let me know. We play on the US East server, so yeah, there's always somebody around that can answer a question in the Discord or help out within the Discord. So Oh, thank you, Luke. That's amazing. Thank you for the follow. I like the doorbell sound for like the follows for some reason. I don't know why. I like the doorbell sounds. So yeah, right now we're just gathering up wood for the wood run. For the wood run, basically, this is for Graylin, who has one of the biggest clans in our server called Mirage. And we're just gathering up, up her wood that she buys from us, and then we just do orders whenever she asks, or whenever she empties the bins. Then we go up and we refill them again. So it's always good fun. So yeah, we're just grabbing items right now, and then we'll fill these boxes up. Oh, a lot's changed. A lot's changed. They've added a lot more content to it. They've added a lot more PvP fighting and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good stuff in it. And I mean, sometimes people struggle, especially after the first 30 days. It can be hard to keep going if you don't have friends that you can play with and you don't have friends that you can work with on a game like this. So yeah, I think they've done a lot in regards to the grind and make items and do things. So yeah. Let's just grab as much as we can before we head back. Let's just drop that. Hardwood is coming back to our base so we can use it in our big kiln. So our big kiln should be done. Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Like, if you don't have friends that you can get to play the game with you, it's not fun. But you should find it easier if you can bring in friends. You can bring in people that will help carry the weight of the game. And I think it's an important factor, and I think it's an important experience of the game too. They are talking about bringing in horses, farming. What are friends? Well, we have a lot of people in the Discord that would, they're coming in basically just for this. It is an MMO, yes. It is the mother of all grindy games. That's kind of how it's described to a lot of people. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's I would say done very well, and so But what we're doing is we're trying to offer support in our Discord so that if anybody is playing the game and they need help, then they're not on their own essentially. We are the Vikings of Valhalla is kind of the name of our group, and the idea, and we've kind of kept it in that kind of format of idea of the Viking theme of we've got the Longhouse Tavern with that's basically where we do all our cooking. We have separate buildings for things because people have specific areas that they cover. So hopefully we'll see a lot more people participating. But yeah, I think if you've got a clan and you can have that support you need, it's the perfect game. However, you don't have people that you can rely on and who can help out. It can be probably the most frustrating game because you feel like you never get anywhere, especially when you're coming across bears and wolves that just tear you apart. It can the frustration of that can kind of sink in a little bit. I know I've had frustrated nights where I've just had to log off because I'm too frustrated with it. So yeah, don't necessarily worry about it too much because it is part of what we, part of this game and part of the system. That's my grace thing. Okay, so I need to. I'm basically halfway through doing the wood boxes. The wood boxes usually take a while, but she's left clay and stuff in there, so I'm not really sure what she's wanting, but I'll fill it up anyway and then see what we get back from her, and I'll have to let her know that I've done it. So yeah. Hi Claire, welcome. I'm excited to see what sort of farming aspects they're going to put into this. They are talking about mounts, they're talking about animals, they're talking about actual farming as an option to this game. And I think that would be amazing because if we have the option to grow things, then, having a trip to some of the areas will be a lot easier. This is Pax Dei ISP. ISP? Is that how you pronounce that? ISP. ISP. And grab this. There we go. Resin is the bane of my existence. This is actually one of the kind of cool builds. This is somebody that's leveled up their carpentry level. Thank you for the follow, Drew, and thank you so much for liking the stream. That's really nice. It's an honor to have you here. How are you doing today, Drew? Let's drop down. Okay, we're getting there. You're okay? So this is Pax Dei, Drew. We're playing the mother of all grinded games. A game that you really need your friends for sure. And it's a game that, you want to be on the ball with. So yeah. It was 120 for their surgeries. Here for repairs. There we go. There's more wanting my axe repaired, but it doesn't. That's not worked. So I'll probably need to switch to a new axe. It does a little bit, yeah. I wouldn't go anywhere that has a lot of dry land in it. So if you look at the biomes so when you look at your map, there's biomes, and you can pick from the biomes where to go. But you're looking for an area that um, has a forest, but you're not looking for anything like Forsaken Forest or Enchanted Forest. You're looking for something easy. I would recommend Shire for starting, or Down is quite good for starting out as well. Um, and Neen is also good. Well, I'm just saying this off of my own server, which is Celine Mary. However, I hope that that gives you some sort of help and advice. This is everybody else. So I'm currently at the Pax Dei. The Pax Dei is that thing there with the pillars. And then behind that is actually, these are all buildings that other players have built. That other people have spent hours and hours and hours crafting. These are the shop platforms that you're seeing in front of me. So there's 4 stores, plus, the stores are helpful because you can get things either of the level that you need, but you maybe can't craft until you learn to craft it. Sometimes using the stores and the economs is pretty damn good. I have a store here in Wyth where we sell grapes and limestone and heartwood and stone and all sorts of things like that. Things that you might just need in a pinch, and we have those. So we actually got a neighbor called Talk fairly recently. But yeah, no, this is not my base. This is just me out in the open working through the stuff. So. Right. No. So I have permissions to have a storage box on that spot. I also have permissions to have my own store. So nobody can actually touch that box except for the person that owns the platform that I share the box on. And you can have private boxes on everything. You can turn it to private, or you can turn it to clan if you have people that maybe you want to share storage with. But for the most part, I just have that box for when I'm doing work and stuff like that here in this area, trying to get the wood collected and whatnot. I should hit the steel axis here in a minute. We're so close. I actually don't know what I think the limit for axing's like 50 or something, so there we go, we just hit level 30. It takes a while to get to level 30. So yeah, we're just grabbing all this up. go. Just cutting our way through here now. It's actually handy that she's left resin and she's left clay in her box, because it just means that I can fill that box easier, because she's already taken quote unquote a roll with her stuff in it. Level 30 is going to be interesting now that we have the steel axe that we can use. I might just try going to a harder zone with harder trees just to see what it's like now that I can use it. Welcome 30M. Oh, thank you for the hearts. That's so nice. I'm probably gonna get another couple of boars carcasses here in a second. Stamina's out. You always have the best food you can when you're doing one of these runs, because it can be very painful if you are not fully fed and fully, you know, ready to go. Are you able to fill up the base boxes, or do you want to come help me with this?
I'll fill up the base boxes here.
Yeah, because those are the ones for the clan. I didn't get all the kilns filled, but I got most of them filled. Yeah, you might want to fill those up too. Did you get your daily grace? Okay, you'll need to check to see when your plot expires, because you'll need to make sure that you have... Yeah, you just need to make sure you got 400 grace by then. If you're needing any gold, just let me know. You got enough grace for it? Okay. Surprised, because a lot of people don't, so... I didn't, so... But then I did a lot... no, I was just doing it for doing a lot of the movement of the base originally, and didn't realize I could set it as home base. Did they fix the magic DPS yet? Yes, they are. They have fixed it, and they're adding in more options now. I think because a lot of people have talked about it and complained about it, they have begun working on the DPS. in expanding it. I just don't think it's very expanded at the moment. I don't build DPS personally, so I am the worst person to ask. Um, but yeah, they've done a lot of maintenance, a lot of updates over the last wee while. Yeah, I tank and I go for damage, but I'm kind of a weird one. I like my great sword damage because I like the area effect. My problem is remembering when and where to block, so I'm just getting used to doing that aspect of it. Um, so yeah. But we usually have a guy that's just fully built tank that we take for major like runs and stuff. If he's on, he comes on and he helps out. I hit the wrong button again. There we go. Um, and normally if he's on, he'll help us um, with tanking and stuff like that. He's very good with. And also, he was a former League of Legends player, so it's easy for him to kite, and he learned a lot of his kiting skills when he was playing League. So it's good to have a player like that in your team. Honestly, um, very good. Wow, hi Maza, Maze. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? I will definitely take a look and I'll send you what the information that you need. It's not a problem, Colton. Did you find my Discord link in my bio, or was it not there? Okay. No, it's just it just gives me an idea of like what you might need. This is Pax Dei, Maza. This is Pax Dei. It's a phenomenal mother of all mother grinding games. Okay, I'll make sure to send that to you. That's not a problem, Colton. Aw, thank you, Masa, for the likes. That's awesome. I am probably butchering your name and I do apologize. I was actually just saying earlier that I have a hard time with some of the screen names that come in. I never know how to pronounce them or how to say them correctly, so I hope you're not offended. How was your day today, Colton? Was it good? Well, I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. As I said, all of us fairly enjoy the game, and we enjoy just all aspects of it. Whether it's doing supply runs, whether it's running to get items for people that maybe can't travel that distance, or maybe um, have a need for a little bit of a helping hand. It's always good. You got the game in itch, is what I hear, Colton. You can ask as many questions as you like, honey. And yeah, you can ask every question you can think of. and I'll do my best to answer every single one of them. And if I don't know the answer, I'll find out the answer for you. Um, that's kind of how Valhalla works, really, as we are a bunch of gamers just trying to figure out how to play the game, or we're just a bunch of gamers trying to have fun. Um, you know, we all have different friendships and different connections within Valhalla, so um, some of us have known each other over 20 years, and some of us, you know, have only known each other a few months. So you'll find a whole range of people in there, and everyone is more than eager and more than happy, I should say, to answer any questions you might have. We have a special Pax Day in the server. There'll be a bit that says questions, and you can ask questions, and I shall do my best to answer them. Or if any of the others is online, then and they know the answer, they might also answer your question. I hope that helps a little bit, because I know from personal experience, I always feel like never too sure, you know? Yeah. That is good to hear. I like feeling as if I'm giving the best representation of the game possible, so that's why I don't do all the fun stuff all the time, you know, because I have to sometimes do the chores before I can go do the fun stuff. So later on, I will be doing the fun stuff, but just right now, I can't do the fun stuff. So, right, we're down here, I think. Yep. Sometimes you gotta put the grind in. Yeah, a lot of people do, but if remember, you're gonna have to find your clan and build up from there, because I feel like that's the only way you can do this game, unfortunately. Um, I wish that wasn't the case, but it seems like that's the case. And that's just maybe something to consider. Every so often you'll see me wiggling, and that's me pulling up my cushion. Oh, the chair's moving. Damn it. There we go. Sometimes the chair just runs away, and I'm like, ah! Well, yeah. Jump in once we get you into Valhalla, and you get to talk with the others, and they feel comfortable, then yeah, I don't see an issue with that. We do have, we're recruiting up to 6 right now. So there's 2 more slots available for now, and we want to see how the 6 go. Right now we have somebody that isn't really participating. So yeah, we'll probably be replacing them if they can't take part, you know, because it's not fair to the rest of the clan who's putting in time and effort. We have a builder, we have an alchemist, and we have a tank who does a lot of the caves and stuff with us, and the wolf dens and stuff with us. He's really good at foraging, so he goes out and he forages for stuff for us, and he logs in frequently for his grace and whatnot. So yeah, he's a pretty good one. We're on Celine. Celine is the name of ours. And then we're on, I think it's Mary is the other part. So there's like 2 parts to it. Wow. I'm actually doing the blacksmithing at the moment, and I do blacksmithing, armor, and weaponry, and I am nowhere close to that. Nowhere close to that. I think I got a long ways to go before I would catch up with you, Beast. So, Beast, how long have you been playing this? Because we've only been playing it a few weeks. So, how long have you been? Vikings of Valhalla. We do a lot of trade with Mirage from Shire. We're actually currently doing wood cutting for them. Oh wow, since early release. Yeah, you guys have had a long time then. We haven't done PvP yet, but we do have to go to the PvP zone in the very near future. Because I'm now at the point where I'm using steel axes, so I'll have to be able to get the furnace upgrade parts and actually start building towards being able to make the steel axes, because steel axes are not cheap. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for at the moment. But the PvP zone's the only place you can get steel. So I think the fear that we have of the PvP zone will disappear. How are you getting on over there, Ian?
No, I'm just making potions.
Yeah, no, I was just asking how you were getting on. That's
No,
all.
I'm just making potions.
Was that enough files for you for a while?
No. Kingdom gone.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I've heard of them in passing, but I've never walked into any of them. We've been very kind of self-contained, really. Other than Mirage, we've not really interacted with anybody else. Mirage has definitely been the biggest one that I've known of. But you know, I know like Conrad and Galen, you know, in the server, so those are really the only ones that I've had any kind of real strong interactions with. They were actually great when we first moved into Shire. Shire's where we started, and then we got 25 boxes on the first night we were together, like actively playing. And they gave us a bunch of gear and axes and stuff like that so that we could cut down trees around us. And they helped out a lot at the beginning. I was really surprised and very grateful too. But no, I wouldn't join them. I would say that Vikings of Valhalla is definitely their own clan, and we wouldn't be joining any other clans. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Oh, great. So PvP is worse because they hunt. Okay. Well, that's good knowledge. Well, the thing is, when we start doing PvP, you're more than welcome to join us. No, Ziggs, this is Pax Day. This is Pax Day. I hope Pax Day is like the mother of all grinding games. You'll find it's very, very beautiful when you're walking around it. It has some of the most, I mean, it feels breathtaking to me, like when I'm walking through some areas, and there's a lot of leveling and a lot of building and a lot of development of your character and choosing the path you want to go down and working hard, but also not being restricted to one path. You can change your mind and go off and level something else. It is on Steam. It's currently $24.99. Last I looked, might be different now, but it was $4.99 last time I looked. So yeah. So Ziggs, are you here in the States, or are you over in the kind of European area? Yeah, I would recommend going then for one of the US servers, just because you'll be more apt to be able to trade with people because you'll be on the same time zone. I'm on the US server because the majority of my clan is US, so it just makes life easier for them. But I hope that helps, you know, with picking the server, because you once you get it off Steam, you have to pick a server, and then you have to pick a sub server, and then you get into the game. So I hope that helps. But there's quite a few servers that are very friendly. They want you to stay. They want you to succeed, and they might help you out. Also, if you kind of actively talk and communicate in the zone chat, then that'll also help you. Oh, thank you for the hearts. That's so nice. Okay. Boom. That's that one. It's the middle one for just checking all of these now. Okay. I'm sure one of these has resin and clay in it. Holy wood. Yeah, we're starting to now. Problem is that we're realizing that we're not high enough level for a lot of those. So we're getting a fast education. So we're getting a fast education on certain aspects of it. We got our asses kicked by Luna the other day, and then a bunch of guys that were hiding in the cave. Like, we literally got through the Luna, and then we got jumped by a bunch of level 9 to 10 guys in a wolf den that was just ridiculous. We've been doing the smaller buildings in and around the different sort of like counties and stuff we've gone into, and particularly with like the area that we're in has a lot of hostiles, so we're able to kind of just go clear out the camps, and then that's really it. We just take everything that we can from the camps, let them respawn, and do it again. It's a good way to, if you've got camps around you, it's a good way to get money and make sure you guys have everything you need. There is a PvP map, so you can live and operate on the PvP map. You can build on the PvP map now. We just don't. We just choose not to right now. It's just not the place we want to be at. Yeah, well, that's the thing. With the PvP zone, I have a friend who streams this called Stormy Pain on Twitch. And he was saying the amount of times he gets sniped because somebody will look up his stream, watch his stream, and then follow the stream so that they can get them is happens quite frequently. Oh, you know Stormy Pain Beast? That's cool. So yeah, I mean, as long as you're with like a bunch of people, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be safe. But unless you're meeting a group that's much bigger and much stronger and has better weapons than you, then you're just screwed. But that's why a lot of people like my friends will go in with their skivvies on and the low level stuff, and they'll just do PvPs on that way to see where things are, where they need to go. Especially if they're doing wood runs as well, they'll deliver wood to people. Not wood, charcoal to people, and that can sometimes mean that they have to do runs into the PvP zone. So I don't know if he's the mailman, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've not come across him in game because I think he's on a different server to me. But I do know he pops in every so often to my stream and does support it over on Twitch. So yeah, we kind of support each other on Twitch to try and help each other because we're both small streamers. So he's on our server? Are you sure? Oh, I don't spend a lot of time in Karaz, so maybe that's why I've never run into him. I went and got the Petra Day and that was it. Like, I ran away. That is a definitely interesting name for a clan. Shockingly average. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. It's so kind of you guys today. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a weird name for sure. I run Vikings of Valhalla. That's our clan. Um, and yeah, it's a tribute to my culture where I grew up, and it also ties in with our server that we own and run, our Discord server. So, oh no, that's unfortunate. That's a very unfortunate name. Weight Watchers? Oh my lord. Did you not get teased by other WoW players? Like, did they not tease the hell out of you guys? Welcome back, guys. You must have gotten teased for a name like that. Oof. Oh, I could not imagine that name. That would just be... Oh, it bugged. Oh, yeah, sometimes it does that. TikTok isn't the best for, I think, streaming sometimes. It does bug more times than I would like it to. They built TikTok really for talking. They didn't. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Ziggs, for the follow. That's amazing. Oh, I got a hiccup in the middle of that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Yeah, so it bugs. But a lot of the followers I actually have on Twitch are from my TikTok because of that reason. And also, they find even though there's adverts on my Twitch, it tends to keep up better. So yeah. I can't click on that beast. You'll have to send it via DM. So yeah, no, we have a great community in Valhalla, and we're quiet. We're not always in chat rooms, and we're not always posting stuff, but we do actively respond to people who maybe have a question about game and things like that. It's Pax Day, so it's PAXDI. Pax Day. I had a hard time spelling it too when I actually tried to buy it, or get it, I should say. I had a hard time spelling it, so. Welcome in, D. I do have to fix my sound alerts so that my my social media links is there. Welcome back, Beast. It threw me too, but it's Latin, so that kind of tells you all, doesn't it? I didn't study Latin at school. We weren't really offered it. It was like an extra thing you could do with your language teachers. But most of us, we took either like small courses in Danish or small courses in Russian, just because it helped with where we stayed at the time. We had a lot of Norwegian ships and Russian ships coming in. So, yeah. I would have failed French too. I don't have the finesse for French. Um, I did have some French lessons. I worked as a learning support teacher, so I attended French classes, but I could not speak French to save my life. I definitely could not have done that. Welcome back, Beast. Aw, thank you for the hearts, guys. That's so awesome. It just helps draw more people in and allows people to see the game and get to know me, and yeah. I can introduce myself, say that I don't speak German, say that I speak English, and that's about it. Oh, I can say where I'm from in German. But my German accent is horrendous, to say the least. I made my German teacher wince with my pronunciation and articulation. So, the delights of being an author now is I have to know all these big words, and it makes you sound more smarter than you are. Yeah, there's a world chat. Well, it's a zone per zone chat, so there's like a zone chat, a nearby chat, a clan chat, and then just DMs for your Discord. Sorry, you were saying, Ian? Yeah, there's a finesse to Dutch. So there is. I'm lucky because I come from Shetland, so it's very similar. Like Shetland dialect is very similar to Danish, so and Norwegian as well. So we have the right when we start speaking our dialect and we turn our accents back on. We have the right sounds naturally, which helps us with that. But when we try to speak it without our accents, it sounds horrendous. It absolutely sounds horrendous. There's no way around it. It just is awful. And before people ask, yes, I have to turn my accent off because my accent would mean that none of you guys would understand a word I was saying. So, yeah. You definitely would, yeah, Zinx. Because you'd have that kind of southern enunciation, but then if you're also kind of on the border, you would have had some of the French influence as well when you were developing your language skills. So, and also a lot of people will adapt to the area they're in. So if there's a vast majority accent, you have a tendency that it's your instinctual survival instincts is actually to pick up accents around you so that people understand you. It's like a survival thing. I'm actually learning about it in psychology currently, and it's very, very interesting about how our brains work in that regard. Yeah, there's like so many cool things I found out. I'm doing criminology and psychology at the same time, so it's a lot. They're very awesome courses, and oh, you're Canadian now. I've gotten that a few times. We say we say I a lot, but we also say Duquesnes. Um, do can stand for the or you, and can is for like no, or it has a number of different things, but it really kind of depends on the context of your sentence. So do and can would usually mean you know or do you know. Um, and they call it Shetland dialect now, but originally our dialect was called, or our language was called Norn, but Norn has been sort of forced out over the last few years, as we've had lots of Americans and Canadians and all sorts of people from all over the world living beside us. Thank you, Glimlish, for sharing the stream. So because I forgot the axe. Because we've had those outside influences, um, Shetlanders have kind of lost their language, and they kind of adapt to try and speak um, the in a way that people will understand them. So yeah, that's how we learn to turn our accents off, because our accents and enunciation is so different to how normal people down on the mainland of Scotland would speak or enunciate or do things like that. So, and it is very interesting courses. However, I would say I just did the sort of what the emotional part of the course, which is where you're learning about your 6 big emotions and emotional theory, and that I can safely tell you was perfect information to put you to sleep. So it was. Like it was very, very, very dry. See, I haven't gone on holiday in another country because I feel disrespectful if I didn't know the language. I totally understand you things, and I think that's why when we went on holiday last, it was to the States, because people speak English over there, or at least a form of English over there. And I thought, well, we shouldn't really disrespect anybody, but then because we didn't know a lot of the other words or the other abbreviations, I think we kind of did. So yeah. I didn't really know how to put it, Ziggs. It was interesting. Hey, Epic. I have some bad news, Epic. I left the EU server. I'm only on the US server. Sorry, dude. I left the clan I was in, and because I'd left their clan, I didn't want to sort of be on the server and have 2 servers that I'd be playing on. So I left their clan after not getting on with the leader, and I now. Yeah, exactly. So now I'm just in the US server with my own clan. It's just a lot easier and nicer. I think it's more like Ziggs. It's like we say crisps, and you kind of look at us funny, and then you go, "Oh, you mean chips?" And then when you say chips, we think of like deep fried potatoes in long strips, and you guys call that fries. So I think it's like the choicing of words, and there's a lot of different your words and stuff is a lot different to ours in that aspect. Like, even how you filter your milk, for instance, has a lot of different ones as well. Aw, thank you, Epic. That was so nice of you. I was feeling a little down because I wasn't like wanting to tell you that I had to leave the EU server, because I did make it to your zone or to your county, but I couldn't figure out where you were from there. Yeah, see, so you because you have got Canada next to you, you do use the British stuff. Yeah. Um, it happens. It happens. Like, but a lot of we did find that Americans struggled with us for a while when we were out. Um, it depended because people that were from other countries seemed to understand us perfectly fine. It was just some of the locals were struggling to understand us. So I think it's because of our speed of talking. Oh, they did? They used your market? Oh, that's so cool. I couldn't believe that Civ, they had to shut down the servers because of what happened on the SIF server. Did you hear what happened on the SIF server, Epic? That's incredible. So the reason the houses were collapsing was there was parts of the houses were disappearing. We had it on ours, but it didn't cause our houses to fall. It was just our chests that we had the issue with. So, your chest would be there and then you turn around and it wasn't there and the sign that you had on it would be. So luckily we had signs on our chests. Um, but yeah, it was from what I gather it was really bad. Yeah, it was like we resolved it by logging out and logging back in. So it didn't affect my clan all that much, but there's a guy over here that he lost part of his house. This guy here. Um, I don't really know his name, but he lost some of his house. And he lost, I think, 2 chests full of stuff. Um, and I don't believe he's managed to get them back or that it's been recovered. It was some sort of bug that hit the server and it just kind of did the damage, so to speak. So that's why we ended up with the maintenance being moved up rather than having it on Sunday. They had to do it today. Aw, thank you guys for the heart. You're awesome. I I don't think I would because I think I understand like sometimes things happen and it's not within their control. But at least they restored people's houses. So if it was like if your house had been damaged or whatever, they kind of went out of their way to restore the houses, and I think that was really awesome. Um, I understand what you're saying, Zix. Thank you so much for getting my hearts up and helping me become more visible. That's really awesome. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna have to. What did I do? Do. I'm taking the most important things with me. There, that will do. I think it was probably a bug. Maybe somebody had maybe not put the code in correctly when they did the update before. I have seen that happen frequently, so I think it was more probably an issue with upload of the update, how quickly they got on it and fixed it. Yeah, I heard about it, yeah. Oh, epic. Imagine you watching your house for some no real reason start collapsing. That would be rough. Yeah. At least like if you have the backup, then it's not too bad. I'm pretty sure that they've learned like whatever the issue was, and I don't think it's going to be an issue moving forward. Um, I am waiting for the big update. I will be excited to see that. I actually joined the Pax Dei server today just so that I could get kind of more accurate, up-to-date information on things, and so that yeah, because that helps like my viewers as well, and I can sort of get like the information at the right time. Okay. I'm coming back to base with a bunch of wood. But I'm gonna put them in the kilns if the kilns aren't all full. Are they all full? Okay.
Some stuff is then
Yeah.
I just filled them up with there, so
Okay, I'll just fill up the wood bins then. Yeah, this one is a low population. However, I have noticed that the area that we're in currently, we're seeing a lot more players kind of popping up around us. We actually got neighbors for the first time in a long time. And that was interesting. I wasn't expecting, you know, I wasn't expecting the neighbors part, so I found that very, very interesting. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect big updates to go smoothly. I expect some teething issues for the first few days. Um, but as long as you expect that, then you're fine. You'll be able to survive. I brought back hardwood and I put it in the chest in the carpentry area. I just need to see what metals I need to go get. That's the adventure part. Yeah, so we need iron, impure iron. Yeah, that's the major ones we need. Oh, okay. So it's got like a different kind of design to it then. I kind of feel like I am at the moment, Ziggs. But it's not that at all. It's just sometimes I have to do the chores before I can go off and do the fun part. But actually, the fun part is going and getting the medals. I know, I know. So I have to go up here along the back of Bream through this area, all these bad guys to get to Shire, and then I continue through Shire into Caster, through Caster, up to Gale, through Gale, and then into here. Or I can sort of just teleport to where Gale is and do it that way. It is an option. What I am looking for is... I believe we had a... Do you have the picture for where the nightshade is, Ian?
That's mine was already.
Yeah, I know. Do you have the picture for it?
No, it was not used. No.
Oh, the interactive map?
No.
Okay, I'll see if I can look it up. Nightshade fruit in Celine Mary Pax Day. It's a lot to type in there. Wildlands, okay. Providence of Mary. Accept. Okay, and now we're looking for Nightshade. Oh wow. Yeah, I've heard that one's interesting. Nightshade fruit. Probably need to be a bit clearer. Right, if I type in nightshade fruit, nothing comes up. It has to be...
Type in deadly nightshade.
It's deadly nightshade, yeah, I was gonna say. Alright, so deadly nightshade. Let's see if my interactive map decides to work today. Okay, that's quite... Alright. Looks like it's right next to an enemy camp as well. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Yeah, well, I mean, you just saw our base. Our base is like the old... In Creepy Forest, Wildlands, Irish Gale, at least it's in the middle. Yeah, no, Epic, when we looked it up, I mean, it is literally one spot, exactly one spot on the map. And it's not easy to get to, that's for sure. I have to fix my plot before I go. It's definitely not an easy spot to get to, but I am all about let's do it and see what happens. Wait, is this not Reddit? Okay, that does that. Yeah, it's rather rare. That's why, like, going there is going to be interesting In fact, I'll go here and then I'll work my way up. The only thing this game needs, Zinks, is mounts so that we can get to places, and maybe buggies so that we can move more materials, or at least a way for us to expand. Hey, welcome back, Ziggs. A way to expand our inventories. That's a good way of putting it, inventories. Yeah, I hate loading screens. I just hate loading screens. Alright, food. Okay. Now, what there? That is a massive place. Holy smokes. Okay. There's a person that's built like right outside the Petra, and it's massive. Right, so I need to see the roads. So I need to go down. So I need to head to that shrine and then work my way in from there. Okay. It's gonna be interesting. It's like a marketplace of some kind. Nothing in here, nothing in here. It's not a very active market stall if everything... Oh, there's small topaz elements. Attuned weaponry. Okay, and we'll take one of these. Level 30. It's a long ass freaking way. Okay. That's obviously... It's good when you get an area like this that they do like lots of these items. I needed 2. Yeah, that's 3. Okay. Let's have a look up here. Just the raw basic materials. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Ah. So that's our supply chests. Okay. Now, that is some size of place. Problem with his design is us reaching this stall. Oh gosh. There we go. Ah, that's why. I think it's probably just there for show. Right. There's a bridge over there. Oh yeah, I opened the PvP map, the PvP door recently, because as I said, I'm now able to use steel axes, so I think that's our mark. I think that's supposed to say market. It looks like a bridge, so I'm just gonna run across here. Here we go. Thank you, bud. I've known quite a few people that make the bridges just for that reason, so that people have to come across and go by their stalls and whatnot, so. Oh, that's handy. Still working on getting the longbow. Currently, I do not have that option. Okay, let's just make sure I'm headed in the right direction. Yes, I am. It's a nice sunlight bouncing off the trees. Alright, so it's this way? Okay. I don't want to fill up my inventory too much because I do need to bring back Deadly Nightshade fruit for our alchemist, and then I'll have to go out and get iron afterwards. Today is errands day. The really nice thing is, like, doing the errands in this game, it's pretty, you know? Okay, I think my friend's fallen asleep playing Quinval. Oh no, your English is fine, Epic. I was responding to my friend. Her daughter brought home a bug, and she has no immune system, and so she's having a time of it at the moment. Okay, I have to make sure I'm still going the right way. Yeah, I am. So when you get the dry hill area like this, then it's like, you get curiouser and curiouser. Okay. These ruins are all NPC hotspots. It's gonna take me up by it. Let's just creep on by. Since this road just goes right by it, unfortunately. There's rye. Okay. Let's take some of this with us. There we go. So for those who don't know, I also do game reviews for demos on my YouTube channel. And we also sometimes do other things, like we've done playthrough series and stuff like that. Now, a lot of the playthrough series don't always get finished just because people wander off or whatever, and it makes it impossible for us to finish. But yeah, I have to say that we have them, and we're actively like trying to kind of give you guys very different experiences in that regard. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. I can't take any jewels with me, and I have to get rid of the lead too. Lead and the granite needs to go because we're just looking for the metal and the sand. Metal and sand, and those can go. That can go. There we go. Okay. Now I have to look at the map again. So that's to them. Is it this way? Yeah, this is the way, right? Welcome back, Colton. Okay, now is that the road? Yeah, I have. No, that's not the road I have to go. It's this way, right? Yep, that's the road I need to go on. Almost did the wrong thing. Yeah, I was the same as you, Colton. And in fact, I think my husband said it umpteen times. He's like, this game needs mounts. Because even though you can teleport to the Petras, you're still sometimes traveling quite a long way on foot to get things. And that's why the economy's like the buying and selling of things as being kind of a must have, purely because of that whole experience. Those are the granite walls. They look so pretty when you're up close to them. And I'm sure they have the upgraded kilns too. Yeah, none. None. But if you get the Petras, then it's easier because you can't teleport. It just costs you grace to do so. Yeah. But the good thing is you can probably get things from the market stores if you don't want to travel the long distance. But the good thing is if you are traveling by foot, like here, I probably wouldn't have seen this deer at all. Ah, yeah, okay, you saw me. So for that aspect, like, it does mean that you can hunt while you're going to get things, and that helps you level your bow, and it helps you, you know, in that kind of area, but it also helps you to pick up ores that you might not find otherwise. And I think that's a thing that people kind of maybe don't think about when they start. They're like, oh, everywhere we gotta go, we gotta walk. But the good thing about it is that because you're walking, you are going to have the ability to level some of your stuff, and you will get attacked by bad things, which helps with your combat. I didn't get him, did I? Nope, there he is. And I got him. I was being careful running through here because I didn't know if there was bears or wolves or what. Ah, there's encampments though. Also, that's another thing. Encampments can get you gold and other items. So sometimes you want to run into an encampment because you do. I thought so. I knew you would be around here somewhere, Mr. Wolf. And you were right when I thought you'd be. I cannot yet harvest you, but I will soon. Your hides will be mine. Oh, you're fine, Colton. I will. As soon as I'm off, I'll look it up and send it over to you. It's not an issue at all. I gotta check for gemstones. Yep. Figures. Okay. Going straight. Alright, we're in the Marylands, where if I die, I have to be resurrected. And it's over here I might find some actual iron. No, it's impure. Fennel. It'll be granite. Nope, impure iron, okay. And rosemary. It's good. Saves me a trip. Sweet. Don't need that right now. That's copper. That's, yeah, I figured that was copper, but I wasn't sure. Sweet. Now this area usually you'll get stronger wolves, you'll get ghosts and things like that. So you just have to be more on your toes, especially if you're going like by buildings like that. Because that's kind of like their bases, so to speak. There's also bears in this area too, which can be quite strong. I gotta turn right. No. Yep, you're a level 4. I'm running. Downside to trying to grab all their bushes. 10. Copper. Granite. Elderberry. That's fennel. We actually don't really need fennel, but it's a bear. That looks like iron. That is iron. Oh, did you get instincts? Yeah, it's kind of your first few levels is just constantly gathering wood and stone, and then you get to go explore for more of the ores, depending where you started off, obviously. I hope you found one of the easier areas to start in. We didn't actually know that there was an easy area to start in, to be honest with you. There we go. We'll just grab all this iron since it's here. Okay, gotta let the stamina go back up. Okay. It is a little bit, yeah. Except for you don't. I think Rust is the one with the zombies in it, but there is no zombies in this. Not really. Okay, that is all of that. Alright, let's have a look at the map. So you head this way. Yeah, no dinos or mounts. Yep. That is always an issue. Like, your inventory never gets any bigger. That's what I'm saying. We need like a satchel or something that we can, use to carry extra stuff. But currently we can't. So, not that I'm aware of. There might be recipes much, much further on in the game that I don't know about. But from what I do know currently, there is nothing to increase your size of your inventory. That's a bear. Of course, this thing would need to be in an area where there's a freaking bear. I've gotta be getting close to it. Welcome in, Zach. Okay. Getting closer. Okay, so it's this way now. It's a dire wolf. It's 4 of them. 2 of them, I should say. Ay, ay, ay. Gonna have to figure out how to get by the darn things. Okay, where's this way? Like, even if we just had quivers to put our arrows in would be helpful. At least that would save some space. It's actually really good. I fell in love with it. I find it very relaxing sometimes because I can just come on and butcher things or come on and cut trees, depends on my mood. But yeah, it's just it's the mother of all grind games, and you can build and you can have a lot of fun with it. Just depends what you want to do. Well, there's a lot of dire wolves up here, apparently. Okay. And there's a freaking skelly. Oh, come on. Ghosts are very difficult to see in these areas because of the way that they're designed. It came out, I believe it had its official release in October. It was in like beta and streaming. They were doing a lot of stream testing on it and things like that. But that all started 2 years ago. However, here we go. Run from the dire wolves. Yeah, they were doing a lot of streaming and sort of testings of things, and then after that, I believe they wiped. That's a ghost. 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 Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ow. Can't stop running, because if I stop running or slow down, he'll get my butt. He'll kill me, basically. I have to make sure he's not following me. Nope, just the dire wolf did. Damn it, I triggered the dire wolf. Okay, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. I see how this is gonna go. Hey, alright. Thank you so much for liking the stream. How are you doing today? Okay. Might get to my body this time without triggering the damn bloody wolf. There's a whispering soul though. Ah, damn it. The game is really interesting, challenging. I'm on my third attempt to get my body back. So yeah, it's interesting and challenging, as I said. There's a whole leveling process to this game, and you have to kind of think quite a few steps ahead. So yeah. I'm actually out here trying to get Nightshade for our alchemist. Damn it. There's always something. Okay. What do you need? Food. Let's help with the stamina. Damn it. Okay. What's this one over? Oh, come on, the fudge. Ah, dear me. try one more time, and then if I don't get it, then I need to ask for help.
No.
I was getting your thing.
No.
I can't even get near the man.
Back up the near it.
No, I mean my body.
Oh, that's bloody daft.
I can forget the other ones as long as I can get to the one with the armor. One bite and he does all that damage. I do. I'm sorry. I have tried how many times now? One, two, three, 4 times. You can teleport to the area and then just walk across.
I don't know if I've been there.
You can do it in arc. You can jump onto rocks, but you can't climb trees, no. Pax Dei, Goblin Knight. Pax Dei. Sorry, I'm concentrating quite hard. It's just copper I'm seeing through the trees. That's the empty one. Fuck. What's the closest one you have?
It's just going to have to wait on that to put something on. And then I can come and walk along.
See, the problem is I'm trapped at the shrine above it, trying to get down to where I was. And I can tell you here now, the boars in this area do a lot of damage. They do 900 a hit. And that's about the same as the wolf does. Because I don't have armor or anything like that, so...
Oh, I got one. Oh, painful.
Good.
Oh, maybe up close to the door.
This is why I was hoping you'd go and get gates.
Crystal, I'm doing a lot of things, so stop. Alright? Unlike you're the one to play the game every fucking day. I'm only on the move because freaking I helped you win. Easy way up to you. Easy way up to your top.
I think yeah, I've got everything.
Which one's the big stuff?
Yeah, just...
Figure it either.
Mm-hmm. I was just saying, Okay, now according to the map, it's right below it, so... I am determined to get it.
Did you get back?
No, I'm going to get the nightshade.
Go back. Never mind the nightshade.
You need it.
I don't need it now.
How do you not need it?
Because I just bought the thing now.
And what does that mean?
The alchemy lab. That's what I needed it for.
So you used what we bought you or got for you.
I made it.
Okay. Right.
Fucking hell.
That's what I've been trying to do this entire
I
time.
know, but you know what I mean? So leave the area.
I am.
Well, you're not.
I'm just gathering up a few bits.
That's really bad.
This will fill up on iron since I'm here. Oh, thank you. It does. It fiddles. It fiddles. You know, once you get used to the fiddly parts of the building, you know, you'll get it, and then it'll not feel as quite foreign or strange. If you've spent any time building an arc, according to my moderator, she says it's very much the same. So she found it very easy, because she had spent quite a few times building an arc, and doing her best to kind of get to a point where it was fairly easy for her to be able to place and build and stuff like that. Yeah, that is exactly what she said, actually. I have Ark, but I've never played it for longer than 2 minutes. I originally had a computer that couldn't play it, and then I got uber frustrated with the graphics, and I got uber frustrated with the game in general, so I quit playing it, so to speak. Oh, I well believe it. It's the generation of gamers are now getting older, so I can see one day there being like, you know, gaming facilities and gaming rooms and stuff like that in old folks' homes. You know, we're all starting to go that way. So. Probably one of those. Oh, that. That's not good. Um, I would suggest if you've got a stone axe right now, you really want to get to a bronze axe. So I would say get as much trees as you can. Storage comes later, but I would start cutting the wood into beams, um, planks, that kind of thing. Because planks is how you're going to make your boxes, your storage boxes. And you're going to need to make your log table to make your other tables to be able to make the storage. So, my suggestion is lots of wood cutting. Lots and lots of wood cutting. Yeah. Okay. Take this back. I'll need to come back and empty that box at some point, but let's head back the way. So yeah, you won't get any new sort of exterior building upgrades until level 16 in carpentry. So if you're looking to get the building looking a little bit better, then you'll be aiming towards sort of level 16 in carpentry. Oh, thank you for the hearts. It's so nice. Okay, let's do this for now. And this for now. Okay. Wait. Let's, oh, I've saved Lily of the Valleys for you, by the way. You do for extract, don't you?
I don't use the extract much. I keep it on.
Okay. Right. Got a good bunch of ores in there. We'll get.
Oh, I've got my thing saying before runs out. Take it my day.
Yeah, I'm on it. I should get on it when I get back tomorrow. Okay, let's get this one. Oh, are you on the different kind of glass now?
Ah, still need to we need to have a glass to make the next extractor.
Okay. Next level of extractor. Okay, let's get that warp iron in. Then we'll go over here and we'll grab. That. Okay, so we need to. Instead, not going for a walk with you. Did you bring your toy to me? It's because you killed it. Mm-hmm. You killed it. They continue to stare at him like, don't believe you. My cats are funny. They do whatever they want kind of style. Okay, so take that out and we can do the dandelion infusion stuff. That's that. Okay. Let's get this. Let's get this going. Yep, the rife flower. So let's try and get that under go. Oh, back. And we're gonna take the water bottles. Or I should say the water buckets. Right, and craft. Take all craft. So we are looking to have a flour bin, a yeast bin, and then this malt bin, and then a yeast bin. So this will be our yeast bin. It's just to make life easier for when people are going and looking for things that they know. Okay, that's the yeast bin, that's the malt bin, that's the flour bin, blah blah blah, blah basically. Okay, now we'll go and get more water. We'll just take these. There we go. Put that there. We'll take all of this. Okay, right. We're gonna put all the these parts will go in to the wheelbarrow for now, and then we'll be able to work with the others. Let's have a look. Raspberry is the one. Right. So we need to make cloudy meat base. Let's go grab some water. Alright, yes, yeast. Covers that. Right. And then here, go. Malt. Okay. Okay, so we need 1, 2. I'll take one of these, and the rest will be water. Malt again. I should only need 2 more malt and then. There we go. Okay. So dandelion. Oh, that goes in there. Now we'll put it down here. Dandelion, that goes just like that on the floor. To expire. Okay. Next up. Oh, I need elderberry for the golden barley. Alright. Well, we certainly have plenty of elderberry kicking around. So we do. That's the stew. Okay. I thought I had extra in here, but I guess I don't. I'm sorry. Yeah, they are out in the berry box out front. I think I moved stuff around. It's because like every time I go out, I'm picking up blackberry. I'll see you in bed. I will. You'll have to keep an eye on your plot, Goose. Yeah, so like, for instance, the golden barley water is better for the levels lower than me. However, there's some upsides to it as well. No. Yeah, there's the elderberry that I was looking for. Now I'm out of water. Put the yeast back and then. That's good. Thank you, Goose. Just Kat's been worried about the plots and stuff, so. Yeah, she's put a lot of work into the buildings, so I think that's kind of why she's like. I think her biggest worry right now is CJ, the fact that CJ's not been on really at all. So I think that's her biggest concern is CJ. But we'll see how things go. Yeah, the alchemy tower is there. So basically she built you your roadhouse style upstairs area. which looks absolutely phenomenal. And I think is pretty amazing. She might be on later, just the little one's not feeling so hot, so she's just kind of keeping an eye on her. Also, I have some armor that I made, but I don't know if it's suitable for you or not. It does kind of like feel like it's just a pure tank item, but I'm not sure, so I'll need to get you to have a look at it and let me know. Yeah, no, I don't think this is for this tier though. This isn't for tier 1. Where is it? Unless somebody pinched. I think somebody's pinched it. Or did I put it up in your loft? I could have put it up in the loft actually. It's. Or cat's accidentally taken it. That's a good point actually. That would explain why she was. No, here it is. So it's a Herald's Plate of the Iron Root 2. It's got an iron grasp. While channeling, the caster becomes immobile, entering a state enemies within 5-meter radius are chained to the ground. I'm on tier 2 iron. This is iron. This is tier 2. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, it's tier 2 because it's over level 10. So I was like, I wasn't sure if it would be something that you could use or like or whatever, so I just, I basically said it's yours to do with as you please. Just because I made it and I thought it sounded like a good idea, and then realized I need to heal after big fights, so I had to go back to the pilgrims because it wasn't working out for me. So, but we found probably the hardest wolf den I think we could ever. Well, I don't know who else would need it because Bit's staying with the light armor right now, effectively. I'm gonna stick at pilgrims because I do need to heal. And I don't know of anyone else that would. Cat might, but I think she likes to heal too. So I'm not really sure. That's why we were gonna get you to kind of look at it and see who it might best fit, and things like that. Well, Ian does use the spear. So I wonder if that's maybe something I could suggest to him. So the wolf den that I'm talking about is a little bit far away, but it has a shrine outside of it. So if you die, unfortunately, you know, you're going to be teleported to the shrine and not with your stuff. Yeah, I think switching mid-combat is not a good idea either. We really need him to be healing because we need the heals. I think everybody can agree that we need the heals. So it's not really suitable for him. And you're kind of seeing my dilemma. Where did that barley water go? I mean, worst case scenario, I can stick it on for sale and see if somebody picks it up. Our stall has started to kind of sell stuff. It's not really selling much today, but it is selling stuff right now. And we still got the overflow bin, which is getting used more and more. When it gets to the point where it's too full, I go stick it on the stall and hope for the best. Alright. Let's just put these outside so I'm not getting confused. Okay, let's see, is there anything else? The fennel tea I can't make because I'm out of the flour. Couldn't find red currants to save my life. Hmm. Yeah, see that says craftsman's cooking bench. Required to create a craftsman's cooking heath. Which I think that is. So I don't think that's an upgrade. Okay. Sorry, sir. Okay, let's go put the elderberry tree through. I'm actually not going to be on as long tonight because I have not been doing well today. But I know Kat will be on later. It's a pity because if Kat could have gotten on and you could have been on, we could have showed you that wolf cave. Are you playing with your toy? I thought Stefano had taken his collar off there, but he hasn't. I was about to admonish that poor cat, so I would have been like, "Ah, what are you doing?" But he did. He hasn't actually taken it off. It's his toy that he's jingling. So we have a neighbor now, Goose. Don't know if you saw it, but he's right there. So I've put a spot, like a plot, behind the jewelry making shed, so that she can expand this way, just so that we don't run out of room. And I think that might just be a storeroom for like extra stuff. I think that's what we'll end up using that for. I bought myself a new sword. I can't use it yet. Sad face. This is my house at the moment. Bearskin rug, my bed. It's not much, but I made everything in here, so I felt proud of myself. I need to get the molten lava livy and that, but the only way to do that is to go into really dangerous zones. Really, really dangerous zones, and I'm not quite ready for that. I tried to go today to get deadly nightshade for Ian, and it was an utter disaster. Yep, it was an utter disaster. Utter disaster. Alright, let's see. I do need to quickly go to Shire. That's the only thing. If I go up this way, it'll be quicker. I gotta go to Shire to let our client know that the wood's sitting there for them. Beginning of the stream, we felt the entire 6 boxes of wood. I thought I had to reclaim my, do my grace thing, but it turned out I didn't. I've been saving up my coins for it. It's about 2,000 to get the kind of grace that I needed. Let's just grab some of this. And then I can grab iron on the way. Because there's some iron up on the way to the Shire now that I found. My wonderful walking. Okay, we don't need these. I'm sure not gonna need that. Oh, I don't need that clay. Actually, I wonder if I can message Conrad. It's cool night. Okay. Go through this way, and there's actually iron that happens to sit in an area on the way to Shire. Well, getting that one, the first thing, did not go to plan. Okay, let's get rid of these. There's the impure iron there. And that's usually directly... Oh yeah, no, this is the early impure iron. The stamina. Go back up. Oh, he got you stamina potions, Goose. I don't know if you're still there. Drop these because we don't need these. Most important thing is sand and the ores. There we go. Okay. Just go a little further. The shadow that looked like a thing of iron. Okay, that's the bear. This is only a small piece of iron, but didn't want to fall down there. Right, this way I can get the iron without the bear trying to eat me. Fell back down the hole. Didn't even know there was a boar down there. Okay. that's the wrong road. It's this one. I got the tree. Okay, let's keep going this way. Yep. Let's get rid of the stuff we don't need. Okay, that's where the bear is. So we're gonna stand here. So if I turn this way, that takes me around the. So. Yep. I opened the PvP gates, so, or at least one of them, so that we can go into the PvP zone at some point. If I had speed boost, you'd be so dead. I also left a bunch of stuff for my friends to, like, decide if they're gonna do more with their butchery or not. If not, it just leaves it for me. And there we go. There is some nice iron, but there's a big ass bear there. Right, we need to try and sneak. Damn it. Okay, I can't get those four without help. Let's get more food on us. And then we'll get going. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. There's some iron. Okay. Okay, we've got that. Hopefully we can just stick our head into Shire and do all the conversations. Yeah, it might take a little while to download Cult, just be aware. And you might have to adjust your graphics, just be aware of that, as it can be an issue and has been an issue for some folks. So you might want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, I just, we had a friend who had a decent rig too, and she has had a lot of struggles with, with the game. It would crash on her a lot and things like that. Of course. And she found it difficult until she adjusted her settings, and then she was okay. So it's just something to keep in mind. Welcome back, Colton. Hopefully Cat likes her surprise that she can extend her jewelry hut. Yay, we're in Shire, so now we need to go to a safe spot in Shire. In order to make contact. I would recommend Shire. Shire is the best spot, safety-wise, for new beginners. So she isn't on. Can you let her know that her box is in with are full and ready to go with wood? Hopefully she replies yes, and then I can teleport out here. No, my base isn't in Gyre, unfortunately. My base is in I've forgotten where my base is. With. So we're just teleporting back there. I didn't ask for grace, I asked to teleport home. It's charging me, so I'll have to do it by the spell. Cooling down. Petramita, 1 hour cooling down. Pucker. Okay. It's only a minute or so. I'll start walking back. So I'll just start walking back the way. 22 seconds, and then I can teleport. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Right, we're at width. Back home. I am going to drop this stuff off at the base. And as I do, I'll be saying goodnight to everybody. As I will be, I haven't had the best day. Hadn't slept last night, so not feeling great at all. So what I'll be doing is heading through a little earlier than I usually do. Spend some time with the hubs and hopefully get a better sleep tonight. Hopefully. With the idea that tomorrow will be a little bit better. Because hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get things moving to make me feel better. But in the meantime, there should be a stream tomorrow. I will post a video on TikTok, Instagram, if there is not. And I can also try and load it up onto my Twitch if there will not be a stream tomorrow. I just don't know what's going to be going on with me tomorrow, so I will try and stay in touch as best I can, and we'll just take it as it goes. So, yeah. Okay, that's me grab to my gold. Like a little bit of extra gold on the way. Oh, I'm sorry. I am in Celine, and then it's Mary, and then it's a with. But I don't recommend starting in with, because with is not the easiest to start out in. I would recommend starting out in Shire, and then once you're leveled up to 10, then come over to with if you want. It's just that you do have a lot of trees and stuff in with. It's just leveling it can be a little bit harder to do. From what I've seen anyway, that people have found it harder in with. And that replaces that. Okay, let's get this sand on for glass. There we go. Unfortunately, he's upgraded his stuff, so it's hard for me to make him what he needs now. Okay, alright, let's get this food away. Yeah, I mean, we're not that far. Like, we're pretty close to the Petra, so if you go along the river, you'll find us. We're not that far. It's just the group has to be comfortable. We have enough space we could expand. It's just making sure that they are. And I haven't had a chance to kind of say, hey, guys, we got somebody else that's wanting to join. But if you level up and you show them that, you know, you can be dependable and stuff like that, then you'll easily get to join. I'm the one that's sort of responsible for everybody in PAX, so I have to, or in the PAX server, so I have to kind of be the one that the buck stops with if anything happens. So yeah, but I'm speaking to them tonight, so hopefully with they're on board, then yeah, it'll be fine. But for now, I have to go off. I will send you that information, and I will catch up with all of you guys. Hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow at 5. If not, then look out for a video on my TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch for further explanation. But for now, I am going to bid you guys adieu, and I will see you all tomorrow.